up your house, everybody. Alright. Give it up for this computer screensaver we got going on. This is cool. Alright. My full name is Yaser Al-Nyrabeah. My parents are Arab on both sides. But I think you can kind of tell 9/11 didn't really affect me like that. Like I was cool. 2001 was actually a really good year for me. 50 Cent dropped a new album. Wikipedia was born that year. Like there's a lot of good stuff. Never forget 2001 because it was good for a lot of reasons.
It was a good year.
Yeah. But yeah, I grew up in Canada. No, I'm just kidding. We don't roll like that. Not that. I just like, I don't know, it just feels cool a little bit, you know, like, I've been walking around the streets of LA and they'll be like, where you from, blood? I'll be like, Canada, blah, blah, and they're like, oh, shit, my bad. And I'm like, put your C's up for Canada, blah. So stupid, I hate that joke so much. I just can't, it's my only time I get to say like, I can't, like, it doesn't even sound right. But, yeah. Anyways, is it an election year here in this country? It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys didn't sound too happy about that. I do feel like no matter where you are in this country, on what side you stand politically, we can all agree there's an immigration problem, and I think I have a solution. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes.
All right. Bear with me. I think we should have illegal immigrants hunt down pedophiles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
We're down!
And every time an illegal immigrant catches a pedophile, we grant them full citizenship.
Yes!
And we call it Alien versus Predator.
Good
That's right. And I think we televise it too. We televise it. We make it an Olympic game. The network makes money. We get entertainment. The streets are safer. And my parents finally get citizenship. I think it's a good, now that I've united this room in American fashion, I just want to take a moment and seriously say thank you guys so much for laughing at every comedian that you've seen tonight. The comedians, they'll be up on stage making everybody laugh, and they look happy, but you never know, their whole world can be caving in on them, and you wouldn't know. Like, I lost my grandma last week at Walmart. It was traumatic. I thought she was paralyzed from the neck down. Turns out she was just lazy and she just walked away. She's dead now, though. She's actually she's so dead, dude. She's super dead. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you though, I also had a really good day that day when she died. And everybody always gets so weird whenever I say I'm glad my grandma died. And people always get weird because it's sad when somebody dies in their 50s and 60s, but my grandma was 97 years old. Yeah, this woman was so old, it felt like God forgot to take her. I was a 9-year-old kid just sitting by my bed and like, God, please, I know where she is. Just give me a sign. I'll take you right to her. I won't ask for anything in return, please. Yeah, my grandma was so old, she finished her Vaseline jar. I don't know if you know how petroleum jelly works, but those things are supposed to last 3 lifetimes, and that woman finished it in 1. It's concerning. Who's the oldest person in this room? Who's over 60? All right, you're probably at the beginning of your Vaseline jar. Maybe you can still return it. If Target takes exchanges, you could probably return it. But she finished it. I don't know how. I was shocked when I saw that Vaseline jar. I thought money was going to come out of the jar. I don't think the human eye is accustomed to seeing that. But yeah. And I was also happy that she died because this woman, she's not your average grandma. My grandma was a beatnik Muslim woman. Her insults weren't just regular insults. They were laced with culture. They were ancient, and she has schizophrenia too, so her sense of humor was off the charts. I remember, and for some reason, I don't know, this is something you have to take up with my parents. For some reason, we shared a room, me and her. I guess my parents just looked at both of us and they're like, they're both mentally ill, just put them together. They'll figure it out. And it used to be I used to just be minding my business, watching Saturday morning cartoons, and she'd just look at me and be like, you know you're never gonna own land, right? I was like, I don't really get how you guys laughed at that. Screw you guys. In my head, during that time, I was like, what an uncreative insult, Grandma. What a weak insult. Like, this woman has no creativity. And then, like, more than a decade later, I moved to Los Angeles. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna own land, dude. This woman, she saw into the future. Like, that's how... There was this one time, though, me and my grandma were sitting, like, together with my parents. We were having dinner, and we were just talking, and then suddenly my grandma, like, she looks different. There was, like, kindness and sanity in her eyes for once. And she looked at me, and she asked me this question that I still think about till this day. And she was just like, hey, if God gave you a box with everything you've ever lost, what's the first thing you'll go looking for? And I was just like, oh, wow, what a great question. And, like, I looked at my parents, and we both were like, I think Grandma's doing better. And then that same night, I'm just sleeping, 3 a.m., my grandma just gets up, and she's just like, you know those aren't your real parents, right? And I was like, oh. She's back. She's so back. Yeah. I'm gonna end, I have to go, but I have to end with I'm gonna end with this other joke. I'm tired of talking about my grandma all the time. I have an autistic younger brother. That's not the joke, there's more. I don't want to split the room, but I'm pro-autism. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pro that. Like, I'm not anti. But I love my brother. I would fight to death. I'll go to war for my brother, honestly. And he loves me too because he loves stand-up comedy because of me. And I took him to all my shows. I took him to the first show I ever did back home. It's a Latino-owned comedy club called Laughs y Mas. I took him to my first comedy show here in LA called the Haha Comedy Club. And I took him to my last show at the Ice House. And when I sat him down, I was like, hey man, you're growing up. I want you to do good like in society. What do you want to do with your life? And he's like, I want to own a comedy club for autistic kids. I know, sweet. It's the sweetest thing ever. And I was like, well, let's brainstorm ideas. What do you want to name this comedy club? He's like, I want to make it a fusion of all the clubs you've taken me because I love them so much. So we'll start with Haha. We'll take the first part of Haha, so Ha. And then Laughs y Mas, we'll take the second part of Laughs y Mas, so Mas. So Hamas, that's the first part. And then Ice House, we'll take the house. So Ice House for autistic kids. Hamas House for autistic kids. I don't think there's anything more terrifying than the Hamas House for autistic kids. Except Israel. Israel is a little bit more scary than the Hamas House. Yeah, free Palestine, that's right. I think actually that's how we defeat Israel. The Hamas House for autistic kids. Just autistic kids punching numbers, like, they love planes, trains, maybe explosives, we don't know. We gotta put it to the test. Alright, that's my time, everybody. My name is Yaser. Good night.